Hey there, Elder fans! This is Kate Bishop, part of the LGBT Health Resource Center at Chase Brexton, here with an update about National Honor Our LGBT Elders Day, the unveiling of the 2020 National Honor Our LGBT Elders Day banner! Ta-da! This is the work of Lightner Winstead. I'll tell you a little bit more about her in a moment. I want to just tell you a little bit about the history of the banner and how it came to be. The first year we had Elder Day in 2016, there was a pinning ceremony where elders at the end of the evening who had been honored were given one of these pins. And it's really moving. It's been part of Elder Day ever since. Nate Sweeney, who was our director at the time, had this wonderful thought that, you know, when people are doing the pinning, there'll be some folks whose elder can't be there, either because they've passed away or because they can't travel or they're in another state or who knows. So we need a place for everyone to be able to put their pin to honor their person. So the banner idea was born. The very first banner was made by the Dandy Vagabonds, who are an artist duo, Xander Dumas and Elliot Moonstone, who created it completely just like out of whole cloth, just about the just something that looks like the logo is all we told them, and made a space on the bottom for people to put their pins. That one is really interesting. When they brought it to me, and they had a lot of questions like, hey, we're putting these letters on here, it should say LGBTQ elders, shouldn't it say Q, shouldn't it say Q? And really why they were asking is because Q is meaningful to them. Those two artists both identify as queer and are non-binary, and just wanted to understand what was going on. What we've seen is that the studies have said that elders are more likely to feel triggered by queer as a term than affirmed by it. So we don't use it with our elder pride programming. And so to kind of get it settled for themselves, they decided, you know what, we're the Q. We're the Q in this banner. It's an interesting three-dimensional, different textures kind of piece. The sun is a little bit padded, and then they put 2017 on there with a pin, so because we didn't know if it would be another banner, so they wanted to make it kind of evergreen, so we could change it out the next year if we wanted to. But instead, we actually got commissioned another queer artist in town to make the banner, and actually, let me step back, a lesbian artist, Shanti Flagg, who is a fantastic artist and Reiki provider and musician around town, has worked with Force and the Monument Quilt, and was the studio director at Force, Upsetting Rape Culture at the time, which is a group I was involved with. So that's how we got involved with Shanti. Hers has a real, homegrown kind of feeling to it. It's a little bit more informal. The fabric textures are more like found fabric and it's the largest of the banners. And also she chose to paint the letters on it. All we've told people is it needs to be between 18 inches and 24 inches, anywhere in there. It doesn't have to be square, just about this big. And you have to have the letters National Honor LGBT Elders Day on it somewhere, and the year. And that was Shanti's banner. It's so beautiful. The next year, 2019, James Mayhew was the artist who made the banner. James is an interdisciplinary and many media artist who we got involved with through the Baltimore Museum of Art when he and another artist, Rain Alexander, who actually was the MC, by the way, for 2017's Elder Day, James and Rain put together this wonderful exhibit called Queer Interiors, and the LGBT Health Resource Center was their nonprofit partner. So James had done this wonderful oversized bedspread of all these pride flags that he'd hand dyed. They're really beautiful. And he used a lot of the same techniques on the Elder Day banner when he put that together. He patterned it after Gilbert Baker's original 8-stripe rainbow flag. He hand-dyed the fabrics and did some quilting, and he also made these little flowers so that people could have a takeaway from the banner who were pinning it. So I'll let him tell you a little bit more about his work.
This is based on Gilbert Baker's original pride flag that was flown in San Francisco in 1978. And each stripe has a different meaning, but I'm also a little bit nervous, so I cannot remember all of them right now. But I am really honored to be able to make this. I love elders. I love this event. I've only missed 1 year so far, and I'm so happy to be here. So everybody who comes up and honors somebody by putting a pin up here will also receive one of these flowers, which are kind of a cross between a pansy and a forget-me-not. So it's a forget-me-not pansy, and you will get one of these.
And that brings us to this year's banner. right here behind me. Leitner Winstead is an elder in the community. She said she began her career dressing her dolls as a child. She designed and made clothes for jazz musicians and beauty pageants. Pageant winner Johanna Blue was one of the people she'd worked with. And she worked on Hairspray, the John Waters film, as part of the costuming crew. And we did change that intention a little bit. We decided we wanted an elder to do the banner itself, to bring an infusion of the spirit of the day into that piece of work as well. Some of the features on this banner are so special. Look how sweet these little faces are. I know they're hard to see, but get some of those detail pictures. You can really tell how expressive they are. The hair is so fun, and the 3D element of it really pops. They're all so individual. There's this spectrum of skin tones and hair. Everybody can find a kind of possibility model on here. You know, Laverne Cox's idea about being a possibility model. Not a role model, but one possibility of who you could be when you grow up. And I wonder if maybe this little lady with her beautiful white, gray, long, flowing femme locks and her blue eyeshadow and her blue eyes, that's somebody I could grow into. It's just really beautiful to see elders in this kind of fun, childlike, playful way. And the different kinds of fabric are really important. The sky is made of this kind of shiny windbreaker kind of material, and more like a polyester, and then the grass is velvet. And then some of the beautiful doves are a kind of lustrous, shimmery linen. The faces seem like probably raw silk. Just how she decided to use fabrics was really special. She's also put some applique and quilted features into it, and it just really kind of gives it some polish, as well as this using the commercial trim to just make it fun. We sought out an elder to do it because we wanted to celebrate her and her lifetime of work as a fiber artist, and to have another avenue to showcase the talents of our elders. It's so marvelous, and I'm sad not everybody's going to be able to place their pin on it this Saturday. I'm so honored to have it in my house, and we'll have it here on Saturday. I'm going to go ahead and do the very first Elder Day pin in honor of Leitner and all of the LGBT elders who have created the path and led the way. Happy Elder Day.